And a good day to all of you. Hopefully you have got this lab handout in your hands. I am on the Schoology site for this. I went to our organic class and OChem Basics, and in there's a entry entitled Smelling Our Way Through Functional Groups. I started talking about functional groups yesterday with you, and I didn't really have enough time to do that. And so I'd like to do that via the wonders of digital education, and just walk you through functional groups just a little bit. If you do a search on functional groups, just type in functional group in a Google box, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get probably 100 bazillion different types of functional group tables. And each of these tables are taking these things we call functional groups and organizing them and classifying them and arranging them in a way that makes meaning for whoever is doing it. And one of the things that I would encourage you to do at some point is to do exactly this, is do a search on this and take a look at some of the different ways that people have arranged functional groups. So here's the one that I gave you. Actually, I gave you this as a handout on your web page, or at least the Schoology site. There's a link to another one. Why functional groups? Why are they important? And I can think of two really good reasons why they're important. One is that they serve, let's go there and do that. One, they serve as a means of classification. Who made that word that long? Classification. When we start going through the meat of OChem, you're going to find that we're going to do it by functional group. We're going to start with the hydrocarbons and talk about alkanes, alkenes, alkynes, and then we'll take a look at other types of functional groups, the benzene or the arenes. We'll take a look at alcohols, ethers, aldehydes, ketones, carboxylic acids, esters, and all of these organic compounds are classified by the types of functional groups that they have on them. And so that's one of the things. If we're going to talk about names or write formulas, it's all about functional groups. It tells you what to do. And the second one is that functional groups are reaction sites. This is where the real organic chemistry takes place, is at functional groups, and so we need to be able to recognize them.
Attention staff, Life Touch is ready to take pictures. Please get in line to have your picture taken.
Ooh, I'm feeling like a rebel. Okay, so one of the things I'd like you to do with this is to take a look at the different ways that this particular table organizes functional groups. And especially read these pieces right in here. Now, what are they saying about this particular group? Okay? So, the other thing that you're going to see is a lot of this, we have primary, secondary, and tertiary. What this refers to, a primary, is a carbon that's attached to only one other carbon. So it's usually a carbon at the end of a chain. If it's secondary, then this carbon is attached to two other carbons. And if it's tertiary, it's attached to three other carbons. So this would be a tertiary carbon, and the R, you'll see this R all the time. This R simply refers to something some type of carbon chain. This could be a 2-carbon or a 4-carbon or a 5-carbon chain. It's just, that's the terminology that we use in OChem. So around the lab you're going to find 2 sets of these vials, and they're labeled A through T. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to unscrew the top of the vial, and you're going to put it to your nose, and you're going to gently woof and smell what it is. And you're going to give it to your partner, and they're going to do the same thing, and give it to the third person, and they're going to do the same thing. And then you're going to kind of search your memory files. Does it smell fruity? Does it smell spicy, flowery, or is there none of those? I guess that would, I'm thinking of 4 categories here. So looking at making some kind of a table, what you also have down here, you have the name of the compound that is typed out. So, and I also have that on your lab sheet. So letter A is 2-phenylpropanol. If you put 2-phenylpropanol into a Google search box, the Wikipedia site for that will pop up. Go to that, and they should have a structure of 2-phenylpropanol. Make sure you do that after you try to figure out what the smell is. I'm guessing also on the Wikipedia site they will tell you what that odor is. And just for the sake of discovery, kind of keep that to yourself. You don't want to be spoiling somebody else's organic surprise. Alright, so that's what you can do. About after every 1, 2, 3 that you do, you're probably going to want to blow your nose. Go into the bathroom, get some of my circular tissue, and blow your nose. What you need to do is you need to clean out your scent receptors, because they're going to get overloaded. The other thing that you're going to want to do is make sure you screw the cap back on the bottle when you're done using it. No, okay. So that's what you're going to do. If you find yourself, maybe there's one vial in here that really is not going to smell right. This is usually what happens to me when that takes place. But what I am looking for here is I'm looking for a nice data table. Make it big. Maybe over 2 pages. You can see what kinds of categories you have. Give yourself enough room to make a nice, neat structure of it. And then what you're going to be looking for is the functional groups. I want you to circle them in a different color, and I'd like you to write what their names are. Okay? And have fun with this. If we don't get done with all 20 of these, we will probably continue doing this on Monday, or at least talking about it on Monday. Alright, enjoy yourselves. I wish I was there, but life is sometimes better without me. I know that. Thank you.